YouTube? Welcome back to our anime and manga cult. I am excited to talk about Kaiju number 8, chapter 85 with y'all. And my biggest takeaway from the chapter is the fact that Daikaiju do experience human-like emotions. We already knew that they had human intelligence just because they can communicate with us. But now, seeing that Kaiju number 15 can experience loneliness, sadness, and even just want acknowledgement the same exact way that Kikoru did, I'm really starting to think more than ever that my idea of the Defense Force hiding information regarding Daikaiju could really have some validity to it. Did you ever in your life reading this manga think that Kikoru would cry tears for a kaiju, the same thing that killed both of her parents? Let's get into it. Chapter 85 starts off with number 15 using its psychogenic powers against Kikoru again. But this time it's not to attack Kikoru, it's to show Kikoru a flashback of what number 15's childhood looked like. And from the time that she was a child, she wanted nothing more than for her dad to love her, which is number 9. The same exact way that Kikoru wanted nothing more than Isao and Hikari to love her. These parallels between Kikoru and number 15 are dope, but the parallels also make sense because number 9 created number 15 based off the memories that it had from Isao, right? So it only would make sense that they both have the same thought process because this is all that Isao knows from his daughter. You always see number 15 asking number 9, "Hey daddy, do you love me?" And trying to figure out what number 15 can do to get that affirmation from number 9. 9 tells her to do things like kill Kikoru, learn how to use her psychogenic powers, and just really keeps on averting number 15's attention and beating around the bush of not loving number 15. And in my mind, this is because number 9 probably doesn't even know what love is, but it knows how to weaponize its words at the same time because number 9 is always moving those chess pieces, right? I'm sure that number 9 knew that if it told number 15 from the time that it was a child, if you kill Kikoru, then I'll love you. If you become stronger than Kikoru, then I'll love you. And that's exactly what 9 kept doing. 9 used love as a weapon instead of actually loving its own creations. This is something that was sad to see, but it wasn't surprising at the same time. So it's not surprising because to me, number 9 is somebody that's cold-hearted, bro. 9 has done everything this whole series in order to meet its goals, right? While Kikoru and number 15 are obviously operating towards their own goals. And Kikoru's goals are affirmation, they are love. And that's what Kikoru has always wanted. And obviously 15 was made in the likeness and image of Kikoru, so it wants the same things as well. Now, the craziest part about all of this to me is the fact that number 15 had the ability to feel those kind of emotions to begin with. It seemed like number 9 was very much so closed off to those kind of emotions. Number 15 asked number 9, "Do you love me?" And 9 says, "Bro, what? Not this again. Like, I don't want to talk about this. If you just go take care of Kikoru, then I can love you." Or, "Do you love me? Bro, I don't want to talk about this right now. I made this doll over here that's just as strong as Kikoru. Go and fight that thing and kill it, and then maybe I'll love you." You just see these constant times where 9 is weaponizing love. And for that reason, number 15 doesn't even know what love is. But number 15 does know what acceptance is, and it never got to experience that from 9 from the time that it was created all the way until whenever Kikoru defeated it. And that's sad for 15, bro. Because like we were also saying in all of our past videos, all of these Daikaiju are nothing more than pawns to number 9. We see 15 tell Kikoru that the difference between your dad loving you is that your dad was hard on you because he did love you, while my dad just thinks of me as a pawn. And this is exactly what we've been saying, bro. Numbers 11 through 15 are not the end all be all for number 9. 9 knew that these Daikaiju that it was creating were not going to be able to keep up with Kafka. And honestly probably knew that these Daikaiju were going to get defeated. But they were pawns that helped number 9 get to the ends. Help him get towards his goals. What are his goals going to be? We're gonna start seeing that more whenever this wave 2 of kaiju attacks come, but just seeing the fact that number 15 could experience emotions was wild to me, dog. This whole time, we're just thinking that kaiju are mindless. They are coming into our cities and invading them. They are looking for things to feed on. They are destroying. But a few chapters ago, we learned that Daikaiju, they hold core memories. And Kikoru could see the ghost of her mother because of the core memories that number 4 had of Kikoru's mother. And now we're even seeing that not only did number 15 have core memories that it showed to Kikoru, but number 15 also had emotions alongside of those memories. And that is not something to glance over or skip over. This is something that it wasn't really like thrown in our faces as something that was important, but this is crazy developments in Kaiju number 8. This is starting that moral war once again of, is what we are doing okay? Why are kaiju coming and attacking the land to begin with, right? If we know that these Daikaiju do have human intelligence and human emotions, then what they are doing is not for no reason. At the end of the day, everybody is moving towards some sort of goal. You know what I'm saying? What goal are kaiju moving towards? The same exact way as humanity is always moving towards something. We just don't know what kaiju's ultimate goal is, but we are obviously interfering with that, and that is probably part of the reason why they are coming and attacking us. So what is number 9's ultimate goal, and what are kaiju ultimate goal? Who knows? But the fact that Daikaiju, at least Daikaiju we know of so far, I don't know about Hanju, Yoju, maybe all kaiju have emotions, but we know for sure that these Daikaiju have emotions, memories, desires. And this is something that we have not been taught about. This is something we're not learning about. We gotta keep on digging down and getting further into this, because Matsumoto is once again telling us a lot without saying a lot at the same exact time. But as number 15 is passing away and those psychogenic powers are wearing off of Kikoru, we go back to Kikoru and see her actually crying from viewing number 15's childhood memories. It's probably crying from seeing how sad it is, crying from seeing how similar it was to her own childhood of not getting the affirmation that she did want. And then also just because she finally did it, dog. Like, she beat a Daikaiju by herself. So there's so many emotions going through Kikoru right now. And after she goes ahead and buzzes over to Narumi and says, "Hey dog, I'm done over here. So I'm ready for you to go ahead and show me what you've been talking about, because I beat this Daikaiju already and it looked like you still over there fighting." Right there, Narumi starts laughing and says, "I'll show you that we're leagues apart, my dumb disciple," and pulls his hair back and just has those Kaiju number 1 eyes going. And you know Narumi's turning up next chapter against Kaiju number 11, dog. I am very hyped to see the conclusion of the Narumi 11 fight. I don't foresee that fight honestly lasting much longer than 1 to 2 chapters, just because I know how long this Kikoru fight took, but Narumi and Kikoru are 2 very different people. And honestly, I really do want to see what's Kafka's next move gonna be as well, bro. Kafka obviously beat number 13, and then after Kafka beat number 13, where is Kafka running off to next? We already know that Kafka is not gonna run over to help Kikoru. I really don't think that Kafka's gonna go run over to help Narumi at all either. I think Narumi's handling this by himself. I honestly as well think that Hoshina is handling Kaiju number, sheesh, oh my gosh, 12 by himself. But I really could see Kafka pulling up to where Mina's at and assisting Mina. Because right now, the less that we see about Mina, for some reason, the more apprehensive / scared that it makes me. I'm not saying that Mina's not strong enough to hold her own, but why don't we know what's going on with Mina, bro? I don't know. Chapter 85 of Kaiju number 8 was a dope one. We got some cool lore build up with figuring out that Kaiju do experience emotions. So based off of that, all I would say is I will see y'all soon for chapter 86. And check out my video talking about what the Defense Force might be hiding from the rest of civilization. Because it doesn't make too much sense that there's so many moving pieces behind closed doors, but we know nothing about it. So, as always, arigato mas if you watch this video. And other than that, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.